GingerGM.
I haven't really thought about it. I'm probably going to play my normal stuff, so I'm not going to go cowboy style. So I need to get into it gradually before the cowboy comes out. So we're going to go with just my normal French for now, and we're playing a woman FM, and we've got an advanced French. I'm not sure I like the colour of the board. I'm never sure what colour board I like. What colour board do you guys like? I'm never really sure. Now, actually, this is supposed to be a little bit of a mistake because I can open up the centre straight away. I actually talk about this variation in my DVD. Surprise! That's a surprise, isn't it? My DVD, which is the Killer French, which is really cheap at the moment. Okay, so I can now even think about going a bit funky. Should we go funky? Let's go funky. Trying to take here and maybe sacrifice. Okay, so my opponent is not having any of that, and has my funky style. Am I just going to have to go backwards and say, well, I'm actually a bit of an idiot? Is there nothing funky going on like this? She's quite quick, isn't she? I'm very slow. Takes here. Looks like a pile of poo. This was actually really shit. It wasn't funky. It was just crap. It was funky crap. Oh my god, it's the funky... Okay, how about... Okay, I don't know what I'm doing here. Right, concentrate, Simon. You always play crap in the first game. I really want to sacrifice. Can I take there and take it? I've got too much cowboy inside me. I've got far too much cowboy inside me. Calm the cowboy down, boy. This is very interesting, taking and taking here, actually. It's absolutely probably crap, but it's interesting shit. Oh, can I resist? Oh, I should really not play it. Okay, that was very interesting because if Queen takes Bishop C5, but we're gonna try to hold it together a little bit better, and we're gonna have to move quicker here. My opponent's very quick, and I'm not. So let's move quicker. She's very quick, isn't she? So I'm just going to try to get everything positioned over on that area of the board, and she's defended well with her knights over there. I'm a little bit nervous. This isn't a great position. Could I have sacked it? I'm still thinking I could have sacked it. And now she's going to take my knight. I don't really like what I've done with my position, I have to admit. Okay, because I might lose this pawn on e4 now. So I'm not particularly happy, actually. I'm glad she did that. That seems a little bit passive to me. And how are we going to play this? Okay, so I could now give a check just to see where she goes. She doesn't think about her move for a second. I'm going to try this one. I don't know if this is good or bad. G3. I don't know what's going on. I'm hoping I'm going to have some way to sacrifice through. Okay, so she's gone here. She just wants to take my bishop. Now, is this any good? Or I could go there and take that one, but okay. I'm not playing very well at the moment. I need to wake up. Wakey, wakey. Okay, she's putting it over there. That's strange. Why didn't she take my pawn? I was in a pin there. But this is actually quite a normal sacrifice. Again, I noticed from one of my first DVDs I made, the Killer French. That was one of the sacrifices you do in the French is often this one. So she's given up the exchange, which I will actually take. Why not? And now I need to just centralize this guy. I'm just wondering, is there any threats? Just wondering which is the best route in. I'm actually material up now. I could have taken there, but I'm feeling like my queen may want to organize itself first. So that wasn't the right square which I put it on. I should have put it on this square immediately. But I've got this h6 move now coming, and if f4 drops, I probably have to take with the queen, because otherwise there was a pin going on there. And I know she's got the two bishops, but I have 100 million pawns. 100 million pawns is quite handy. And if I go bishop f5, I can get rid of those bishops. So it's looking a lot better, but it was not. Have to watch out for the back spanker. Why didn't I take the bishop there? That would have been even better. I could have taken her bishop. I should have taken her bishop. That was just silly. I'm going to have to play better than this if I want it to be a good Title Tuesday. But at least I should win this game. I'm a slow starter and a strong finisher. That sounds so wrong. Okay, she wants to come into e6. So I could still go wrong here. It could still go wrong. I'm just thinking that her one idea is to get her bishop to this square and annoy me like this. So I'm trying to stop that. And now I'm hoping my d pawn will just come straight through. So I'm trying to stop all of her ideas. This was her final idea, which was a little bit annoying, yeah? Oh, my bishop's on pre. Let's not lose that one. God, I'm still playing badly here. Come on, d-pawn. So slow. Back we go. No heroics. Just queen that pawn. She's done well to gain any counterplay here, I have to admit. Let's see if we can speed up somewhat. She certainly has gained a bit of counterplay. Don't want to lose that one, do I? Bugger. She's making it very difficult. Now I've got to rely on Harry to do this. Am I okay here? I think I'm okay still. I think. I'm not making it easy. Let's put it that way. Just take the pawn. No heroics. We get 1 second of move increment, so I'm hoping that's going to be enough. At least I hope we do. If we don't get one, oh, okay, we do. Whoa, you know, that was a little bit dodgy, but I like making it exciting. You know, if I win too easily, it's a bit boring. So we like making it exciting. Basically, an excuse to say I was playing rubbish. No, I'm not even going to put that on the computer. That was a terrible game. We're not even going to do that. We're warming up. We are warming up. Shaky stuff. It was indeed shaky stuff. I'm wondering. I mean, the opening went really well for me. The opening went really well, but I started to play like a bit of a moron. I mean, going knight g4, that was a little bit too much there. And she didn't make it easy, even at the end. She kept fighting, so all credit to her. By the way, hello to everyone who's joined the stream. Hello. And what should I have done here? What should I have done if I shouldn't have done that? Could I have sacked a piece like this, maybe? It feels to me like there might be a sacrifice in the air. What did I miss? What did I miss? Oh. Okay, I'm going to put it on the computer just to look at one position, but I haven't really worked out how to use this computer thing. Yes, I know how the computer works. Well, I don't, but I know that it turns on. Thank you for reminding me that. Let's just have a look at the opening, because I won't have a look at all of it, because it's a pretty terrible game. As we can see. It's still... I didn't actually cut off my accuracy on purpose there. My accuracy is not 100% rubbish. It wasn't like 0. That'd be 100% rubbish. It was still okay. And the computer here, as we know before, is not always that accurate, is it? But let's have a look. So I'm thinking around here, I should be doing very well, but I've only got a small advantage. So it says this is best. So what should I do after this? I should sacrifice. Should I? This is what I wanted to do. I wanted to, in this position, sacrifice. And why didn't I? The cowboy would have done that in a click. The cowboy would not have hesitated. I came backwards like some kind of pussy, you know? What was that all about? I retreated like some kind of wimp, you know? That's not what I've got to hone the cowboy. Obviously, this is the way forwards. In we go. And I was looking at this line, if you can remember. I wanted to go boom, chaka, boom, 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 boom. This is what I wanted to play. Because the point is, if queen takes, bishop c5, pinning. And the knight can't... Oh, okay, the next game's on. Good. Okay, let's just move on and onwards and upwards. Who's this guy? This guy's got a bloody handy rating. Let's have a look. Who is it? Matlikov. Okay, I'm going to go cowboy style. We're going to go... I played the English last week. I'm in the mood for a bit more aggression today. So, put out your pipe and smoke it, son. Okay, so we're going to go with the King's Gambit against a very, very strong Russian Grandmaster here. And this is the line I play. And I have to admit, this variation is probably not good enough for an advantage. But it leads to some... Oh, I'm going to do... I've got my pet line here. Now, this is my pet line, but this is basically... You really need to get your mind checked if you play like this. This line I'm playing here comes with a really big health warning. Only for cowboys. Woohoo, boy! Let's roll him in. Because when he checks, we're going to play like a cowboy with G3. And we're going to go, woohoo! Yeah, partner. Look at this. This is my little cowboy line. And I'm just going to go king here and say it's a King's Gambit. And the idea is to get my rooks lined up if he castles kingside. Now, I have played this once in a real game, but it was in Ireland and I was rather drunk. I don't normally play drunk, just to let everyone, just to clarify that. So is my king bad or is it weak? Well, I'm going to put the bishop on e3. We're going to roll the rook over there and we're just going to go, hey ho, off we go. Off we go, boys. Hello, Aldo. Hope you're doing all right, sir. You just come in time for the bullshit gambit. Now, does this win a piece? Does this move win a piece? I freaked him out. Oh, no, it doesn't because he goes there. Am I that shit that I didn't even see that? What the... Am I that crap? Okay. Why did I just... Okay, we're going to have to take this one now. Now, that's just appallingly bad, isn't it? Come on, man. Concentrate. You're getting carried away with your bullshit. Okay, we'll take that one. This is probably such a shit gambit. And now I'm thinking, why the flip did I put my queen over here? Okay, we'll come back and threaten checkmate. But he can now go knight here. And that is really annoying. And I'm playing this like an absolute idiot. My queen check was just so pathetic. So pathetic. Now... How bad is this if I get my rook over? Is it really bad? I'm actually only one pawn down, and my idea was to... I mean, why have my queen flown around the board like some kind of drunken bum? I don't know. Yeah, this is the problem, yeah? And this is a problem. Just that one shabby move of mine was really stupid, man. Really stupid. And yeah, I'm really annoyed the way I played that. I only saw knight c6. Only saw knight c6 there. I did not see the other line, which is just kind of crazy. And now I'm in all sorts of trouble here, because you can't make one bad move against these guys. So a little bit disappointing with the way I played this one. And I don't really see a way out of this. Rook here takes, my king's bad. This kind of move just not going to work, is it? I don't see anything better than trying some rubbish like this, but because my bishop was horribly pinned there. Yeah, that check was just such a waste of tempo. I'd be interested to see if we could have played that in some other way, because why did I start... This pawn's totally irrelevant. If I'd have just gone bishop e3 straight away, I could have the same kind of position but a couple of tempo up. And imagine if I had my rook here earlier on. That could have certainly made some more sense. Okay, we'll keep fighting. I'm only one pawn down. And if the queen's now come off, because my king has basically dropped some acid or something, it's been... I don't know what the hell it's doing. There are some chances. Okay, so... Well, I don't think there's any point thinking, says the chess player. I'm really, we might as well threaten mate. Why not? Let's threaten mate. And now. He has this check here. But I'm getting more and more concerned about my king. Should we just put it that way? Rook h3. And then rook e8. It really does not look like fun, this, does it? King here, can we do that? Well, in a bad position, you've got to... That move just smells of something. h6, and I'm probably resigning, yeah? I got rook takes h6. That's kind of the trick I'm relying on, but f6 is the way to play. Now, can I go rook takes e6? I have no option. Queen takes. It doesn't work, does it? I don't think this is working in a million years. No, not at all. Not at all. This is just not working. I'm a lot of pieces down here, yeah? Any chance here at all? Okay, well, let's keep fighting. Make it as difficult as we can for my opponent. He's going for the rook ending. One pawn down, but he's got some bloody good pawns there, right? Bloody good pawns. I'm going to need a miracle with my rook here. Yes, I mean, those pawns are just too good, aren't they? Too damn good. Rook here, maybe. There's a couple of options. Which one to do? I'm rather behind in the race here, is one way to do it. So, but we can, and I can't get my king any nearer, so it's not happening. Okay, that was disappointing because I was quite interested in opening that, but I played this one horrible move there. I want to have a look at what I should do in that opening because I know it's probably... No, we don't want to do that. What are you doing? I know it is probably a very bad opening, but it's a lot of fun. So obviously my accuracy is going to be quite low, but let's have a look. I want to just see that one move where I gave the check. I don't think that check was very good. I just feel like, you know, it's annoying when you play an opening like that. You've got to play so accurately though, and playing in a crazy style probably wasn't appreciated. So let's have a look. So it was quite interesting, and I'm really annoyed I played this queen to b5 check. Hello to everyone in the chat as well. Hope you're all doing all right. We'll play a bit more positional now, I think. We're going to try different kinds of way of playing. And in this position, I played this check, which I just don't think is a very good move. Even if the computer says it's a good move, it's just a waste of time. Why am I grabbing that pawn? See, the computer thinks I'm really losing here, but I don't know. I don't agree with it. Let's say I'd gone bishop e3. If I just had played this sensible move and got my rook over here, this seems like all right compensation. What does my opponent play? Because if he ever castles, well, then he's going to get attacked, definitely. And look, he's actually losing here. Wow, because of knight f5, and my queen is coming over. So it's not so stupid, not so stupid. So he has to move his knight, and he doesn't want to go knight c6, so he has to probably play this move anyway. And now, like in the game, taking his pawn was just rubbish, yeah. So this is why it's annoying when you play a game and you realise that you've just done some stupid stuff. But we're going to get a roll back. We're going to get a roll back and win some more. And now in this position, well, is he just safe? Well, his king is still here, right? So what about we play, I don't know, rook here, threatening checkmate. And, okay, so let's just go with the computer line a little bit more. Queen here. And now if I play knight f5, is this really bad for me? Probably is. Probably is just really bad. Because of queen e6, right, and he gets the queens off. So we need to find a good move in this position to keep some pressure on. Can I go knight here instead? What about this one here? Is that any better? The computer thinks my position's terrible, doesn't it? g6. And he's going queen e7 again. So, yeah, I mean, you know, I don't know. It's one of those positions that's still, to my eyes, quite interesting. Because we are... Okay, but the computer... What does the computer say? It says go rook d1, but... That, to me, looks wrong. And my opponent's next move is just going to be queen to this square. So maybe this is just not... Maybe this bishop e5 is just a very good move for my opponent. Because had he not played bishop e5, that bishop kind of blocks everything. It's probably just a really clever move, that one, actually. A very, very good move. Okay, well, we're going to play a little bit more positional after that one. Let's shut some of this down. And we have to get a little roll going now to get back into it. So we are only on 1 out of 2. And you can see there's a lot of people who will just try to update this one, reload it. Let's see, he's on 2 out of 2. But 4 out of 5. Okay, so we've got to get 3 wins in a row to get back into the tournament. Let's play some normal, sensible chess now. We don't have to go psycho cowboy all the time. It's very hard to be a psycho cowboy permanently. Yeah? I mean, it takes some dedication to play like a psycho cowboy all the time. I was getting a little bit carried away there. A little bit excitable. A little bit, you know, like, oh. And it didn't work well. Okay, so we need to win this one to start with against Slovak Fighter FM. Let's see if we can play somewhat better. And I'm going to stick to my normal openings, and it wouldn't be a title Tuesday without me playing a Dutch. And he's gone for this gambit, which is called the Liechtenstein, or what's it called? Liechtenstein? Yeah. I think Fred has summed it up perfectly there. The psycho cowboy basically needs some Valium. He needs a bit of Valium. I need a bit of Valium just to... I'll have my coffee and I'll have a bit more Valium. So this line here, I actually recommended my first ever chess book. Played a classical Dutch, which came out like 18 or 20 years ago. And I still remember that this is a pretty decent line for black to play. You give the pawn back, you don't let them attack you, and you try to prove that your central majority gives you a slight advantage. And I do feel that with my pawn structure, and when I castle an open file, if anyone's better here, it's black. So I quite like this line. Maybe I'll go d5. Maybe I should have played d5 that move. So I was wondering about this move. I mean, I can take it when it's about equal, but pushing on is a much more ambitious move. And in general, I always try to play the most ambitious move if I can. I say ambitious because this gets a little bit of a hold in the middle of the board. So we might as well try to play the most ambitious line. And I think c4 would be a good move, and he's played it. But I'm just going to get rid of that knight. And we now got like a reversed Vienna gambit, actually. This is very much like a reversed Vienna position. And the whole point of having the pawn here is that it's just a little bit difficult in his position. And a very standard maneuver is like in a lot of Dutch positions, we bring the queen over. Now, is c5 worth playing to shut it down, or do I open it up? I think I'm going to go c5 just to take this square away from maybe his pieces. And now I'm going to start this maneuver of bringing my queen over to g6. And he's got to decide sooner or later where to put his king. If he goes this way, I have an open B line to attack on. If he goes this way, then at least I can attack him over there. So I expect he's going to castle this side. And it's not... This knight b5 is a little bit annoying. So I'd like to play knight here, but will he just take my pawn? Well, that's a bit... Bishop f5, he can sack with some g4. I don't really want to allow that. So knight here. Rook b8, knight here is a bit annoying. It's just a little bit annoying move, that one. Bishop here, g4. I don't like that. I feel my position should be good, but I just need to play a good move now. I like this bishop. I don't really want to swap it up. I want to get my knight somewhere, my bishop here. So rook here, knight here. Am I really worried about that one? And I'll give up this pawn. Okay, we'll play this anyway. But it gives him time to go h3 and g4. This is why I'm not so sure. As well as this knight b5. Knight b5 is probably the computer's top choice when he's going to win a pawn. But I'm hoping I'm going to get some compensation. Okay, this is a much more human way of playing. Because he's got a very simple idea just to undermine this one. Which is actually still quite annoying, right? So I didn't really solve my problems in that position, did I? By playing just one move. I need to do something here. Okay, we're gonna have to just give up the e4 pawn. This is the kind of thing I want to get. I want to get my bishop here, my rook here, so that knight has to move. I just have to give him this pawn. That pawn's going to be going anyway, and I have to play something before I don't get any counterplay. So this is a slight problem, because if I go here, he takes my bishop, which is annoying, and we might have to go for an ending, which is also annoying. So there's not much I can do unless I move my queen back. Then he takes here. Gonna have to go for the ending. Okay, this is not ideal. Not playing well at the moment. Let's see what we can do here. It's not terrible, but it is a pawn down. I've got some files and some open lines, so it's not the end of the world, but I'm certainly worse here. Okay. Now, he's playing clever moves. That knight is actually a bit of a problem. This knight here is a problem. He's just keeping everything sensibly positioned. And what the long-term thing I'm worried about is these pawns coming up the board. But I'm going to try to make him go b3 and then play a4 to get some sort of counterplay. His last move was quite strange. Why did he play that? Because now he has to deal with this threat and his knight. And I've also got this pawn. I think he should. Why didn't he put his bishop on g2? And then after knight here, play b3. I mean, I have some play there, but this is a lot more play for me. Because now I'm actually, my pieces are suddenly jumped to life. Because I'm threatening to win a piece here. And I'm also just going to win this pawn. If I win that pawn, then all of a sudden, well, you can see the activity here. This is looking quite tasty. Now, can I go here? Or do I just play it simple? Let's keep it simple. Now, even the opposite color, I might keep it simple again. This is maybe not the best move, but I think I'm winning a pawn here. With rook e8 coming. And that is a nice simple way to play, but is it enough to win the position? Don't want to swap too many rooks off because it'll be a draw. So we're going to have to go for this. But now I've got two pawns, yeah? That's a lovely square for the bishop as well. It's looking very good now. No threats. My bishop defends everything. And this is very uncomfortable for him. I mean, there's probably a couple. I can swap one pair of rooks off now just to try and make my position a little bit easier. And don't lose on time is another idea. Push those pawns. As long as I don't get horribly flagged. Which I shouldn't do. It's got to put, okay, I can even swap off there, but let's keep pushing him around a little bit. And can I get my king in to try and checkmate him now? Now this is checkmate. Oof, okay, that was yeah. I mean, that was another like street fight. It's quite street fighting chess today, isn't it? It's right, you know. There's no boxing going on here. It's a jab to the eye, kick to the groin, hand on the balls, kind of fight. It's not like a gentleman's fight. This one, that's for sure. It's I don't know. I mean, that one was I was worse there, definitely, but it was never terrible, never completely terrible. But I should have been doing. Okay, let's have a look on that. It's always nice to have a little look at, because I think when you play a game, you kind of know where the critical moments are, right? Thank you to anyone who subscribes and stuff, and I miss you. I do apologise. Oh well, look, my accuracy was pretty damn good there, man. Look at that. And again, I know the computer's not 100% accurate, but it's a decent indicator. No draws today. We never try to draw. The draws just try to get us. You know, we never try to get the draw. It's the draws. The draws are trying to get us. Okay, what's going on here? So, so I think around here, this all looks okay, yeah? And now this is the critical moment. I know this is probably a bad move. So I wanted to play knight g4. But I was worried about him taking that pawn, but I probably should have played it anyway. And after this, h3, this is the only move. And now he does grab this pawn. And this is certainly a little bit worse than me, but it's not terrible. And this idea, I'm trying to get the bishop to this square. And here he plays a big mistake. If he plays bishop g2, I was going to play knight to e5. And then after b3, I was just going to go a5. And at least I've got a simple plan now. My simple plan is to go a4. And I can try to use those guys. But of course, he's got his own play with this stuff. So I think I'm worse here. Don't get me wrong. But I can get a little bit of play. I know the computer thinks I'm a lot worse there. But at least it gives me an easy plan. But the way he played it, as soon as he plays bishop d3, oh, I'm in with a game. Cool, I'm playing someone very low rated here. Okay, well I'm going to go to d4. I'll keep my c4 so later on. If we win this, we get to 3 out of 4, which is not bad. Oh, he's playing this one. Okay, well I can't resist playing this gambit. He's playing the Dutch against me. Does he know how to play this? This is my blitz gambit. If you see me, this is like my secret gambit here. My secret gambit. Which is a lot of fun to play. Now, it's a good sign that he's thinking here. And the idea of this is quick development, as always. Get castled. Attack your opponent as quickly as you can. Get your pieces into the game. And just play like Paul Morphy. So this is the Psycho Cowboy's back again. Why am I playing like such a cowboy today? This is probably very silly against someone much lower rated. I should play sensible chess. Sensible chess. Okay, anyway. So if I take here, takes, bishop takes, queen takes here. Certainly don't want to swap queens then. Queen e2 is certainly possible, so that's one option. If I take here now, goes queen takes there. Is that more dangerous for him? Let's try this one. Very interesting position. I've no idea what's happening here. Tactics already. Crazy tactics already. Crazy stuff. Crazy tactics. As early as move 8. And thank you for subscribing, Calax, long-term subscriber here. See, if he takes here, I'm not entirely sure what I'm doing. Someone said this guy drew with Hikaru last week. That's really scary if true, because he's got such a low rating. I'm not going to say the words, but that's scary. Okay, right, now what the hell is happening here? Now I have this one. I'm really confused as hell here. I'm gonna check him because Pat's a Caesar check, right? What is this, guys? What is this position? Now I could try to get a bishop out here. Is that sensible? Or should I just... I think this is more sensible. I don't know what's happening here. This knight may be trying to come in there, but his pawns are really scary as well. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. Really weird position. I'm just trying to simply get my knight in. I can castle. What a weird position. I mean, this position is a lot of fun, yeah? It's a lot of fun. I think bishop takes was best. Okay, so I have to go here. There's no choice. And I got this check now in the air as well. But the thing I'm actually worried about most here is if he just like develops knight c6. Because if he plays a move like that and gives me his rook, it seems like he's going to have very good development. I mean, like with e3 coming, it's not me who has the initiative. I want to have the initiative. So he's going over here. Okay. Now. Weird position. Here and here, is that possible? Such a complex position. Castles. Queen here? I don't know. I don't know. These pieces are shite. Bring the knight here. That looks quite fun. That looks quite fun. But he's got e3. E3 is annoying. I don't like this e3 move. Okay, I'm going to get my queen out the way. Because if he plays e3, I don't want my queen to be trapped in. And I need to do something with these guys. So I'm going to try to send a knight to this square at the same time. I can keep this move until later, it feels. I don't need to play this move quite yet. But I'm also maybe just going to take his central pawn because that weakens his position more. So knight c6. Okay, so he's giving me a check. And he's now going to try to come here and get the queens off the board, I imagine. But I've got a lot of stuff going on here, like cross checks. In checks. I think this is bloody strong. Is this going to be mate? Bishop f7 mate. Oh, yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Oh, Hikaru draws with you. I'll take you down in 60 moves, mofo. And bishop f7's mate, yeah? I think. Unless I'm missing something. He's got to go king e8, bishop f7, checkmate, right? I enjoyed that one. There we go. There's a little bit of cowboy magic. That's my like cowboy lasso sign. Indeed. Boom. Put that in your pipe. The cowboy is off the Valium. He's back. He's drug free. He's drug free and he's rocking and rolling. So. Well, we can have a look at that game. I mean, obviously, the game was probably a load of rubbish, but it was fun rubbish, eh? It was fun rubbish. Let's have a look. Let's have a little look and see. And I think there's a bit of a break now, anyway. So I enjoyed that anyway. So if we win the next one, if we win the next game, we are actually going to be on our 4 out of 5 at the halfway mark. So we might, you know, we could even qualify if we keep up the roll. You gotta roll. You gotta fill my soul. All right. You were never in trouble, it says. Well, certainly not what I felt. Okay. So the only bad move I played is this, one of my favourite gambit lines, this e4 move, which is quite crazy. I have to say, if I get to the playoffs today, the vodka is coming out. I'm on the water and cappuccino, but if I ever get to the playoffs, I'm going to get the vodka and orange juice out. That will be my way to celebrate. But there's a long way to go until that. Okay, so let's have a look. So this is all interesting. And, you know, let's just get to the interesting position. Now, this is like, it's just a fun position, right? Because how does he defend this pawn? If he goes queen e7, he's clogged up. He's discombobulated. Yeah, I got that word in again. You know, and I can get my attack going. Actually, the computer likes me now. And this seems like the best move, right? Because the other point is, if he does play queen takes here, I can take on c8. And if he goes bishop takes here, my idea here was, like, after a normal looking move like this, I don't play knight takes here. I was going to play d5. And this move looks really strong, because if he ever takes here, I've got the tactic queen takes d5, and knight c7 wins my queen back. So these are the little kind of ideas that I'm sort of thinking of. So it goes with, what did it do? It went here, and now this check, and here. So I'm actually playing the right moves. And look at this, 0.00. What does the computer know that we don't know? I don't know. And now, well, okay, I have to go queen d2. I've got another idea of poking the queen out here, which actually happened a little bit later, didn't it? Or something like that. And he plays an excellent move now, but then queen f4 I think is a good move, because I'm threatening to take here. I'm also thinking of just getting another piece out to gain tempo. I want a castle. This check seemed a bit wrong to me, quite passive. And now after, oh, it doesn't like that move. Knight d2 is a win, apparently. Wow. Knight d2 is winning, but okay, why not gain a tempo? Morphy wouldn't have put the knight there. The Psycho Cowboy wouldn't have put a knight there. The Psycho Cowboy will put a damn bishop there. Attack the queen. He doesn't mess about. And now when the queen moves, oh, this is quite a nice finish. Because if he ever goes king here, bishop here is checkmate. And actually in the game, oh, he had queen there. Oh, he can play with queen there, but it's still losing, right? And the reason he resigned here is because this is quite a weird looking checkmate, right? That's a weird looking checkmate. Very peculiar. Very peculiar checkmate there, right? But anyway, that was kind of interesting. We've had some crazy games with white pieces so far, right? I mean, there's been some really I mean, what have we had? I went mental in that King's Gambit game. That was just completely crazy. And I didn't play it very well, but my opponent played very well. And then we had, is this the only other white game I've had? We've had this. I mean, what's going to come next with white? It's going to be insane. Insanity. Right, let's have a look at the scores, because it's after 4 rounds now. And there's a little break now because they check for cheating. And they try to find out if there's any cheats, which I think is a very good idea after round 4 of the competition. So they just run things. Okay, let me just get, this is not, I'm afraid, very well positioned here, but let's have a look who's on 4. Is there any upsets? Well, Jimmy Billy, I don't want to turn you to drink just if I qualify. That feels a little bit bad. if you've had 2 months off, I don't want you to start drinking wine if I qualify. I mean, come on, you know, that I'm not encouraging that behaviour. I will have a drink, but you know, that's much more normal. Okay, so there's lots. Is that the guy I played? So the guy I lost to is actually at the top, but all these guys on 4 points are doing all right. And so let's have a look. Vidit, you know who Vidit is. This guy is really good. You got loads of good players. MVL's only on 3.5. Sergey's on 3.5. I bet some good players have dropped a point as well. So let's go down to the group I'm on. Nordibek is on 3.5. So you got all these players. Shirov. Oh, I'd love to play Shirov. Shirov is one of my heroes, yeah? Alexei Shirov is one of my favourite players. He really is. He really is. I love the way he plays chess. Really uncompromising, attacking, crazy player. So that would be my dream pairing after the break. Fingers crossed for Shirov. Who else have we got? Well, we got loads of guys, yeah? And we got, yeah, look at them. There's a long list of strong Grandmasters. How's Gwaine Jones? There's Gwaine, who was in the chat earlier. That is, Gwaine Jones is really strong. You got the Penguin. I'm sure we all know Penguin. That's not what penguins, that's not the noise. And you got even Jabava is on the same score as me. So I did actually, if you guys can remember, I did actually play Jabava in the Jabava London system, which was a little bit cheeky. You know, I had the white pieces and I played the Jabava London against Jabava, and he won. So he's really good though, Jabava. Obviously, he's incredibly good. Obviously, these guys are better than me. You know, I'm just a ginger with a gun in my hand and a cowboy hat on my head. There are definitely, as you can see, I'm getting Psycho Cowboy withdrawals at the moment. If you don't know what I'm talking about with Psycho Cowboy, when I first started playing online, I used to play on the Internet Chess Club. This is like going back like 25 years, yeah. And my first name was Psycho Cowboy. I think I got over 3,000. I got to like nearly 3,100 on the Internet Chess Club, but that's when I was young and fresh. And yeah, so that's the name. And he used to play quite crazy chess. So if you go to my YouTube channel, you can just search GingerGM, you will see that I'm going to start playing as the Psycho Cowboy. And the Psycho Cowboy is basically a bit of a lunatic. Even if he loses with honor. He loses like a crazy mofo. You know, he just keeps coming forwards. He attacks, he attacks, he attacks, he sacks, he sacks. He either checkmates or he runs out of pieces. But I think I'm going to have to go a little bit more positional at times here. I'm going to have to go a little bit more positional. A little bit more positional to get through this one. Yeah. Thank you everyone who is subscribing. Very kind. And hopefully this next game will start soon. So they're doing their cheat process. Always interesting to see if they kick anyone out. But they do with the cheat process, they don't make their results, except in certain cases, public, I don't think. Obviously with Petrosian, I don't know what's happened. That Petrosian obviously got kicked off for cheating, and everything's gone very quiet about that, right? Which is weird, because I thought that would be like high press for a long time, you know. So it's quite strange that it's gone quite quiet. That Petrosian cheating kind of incident, kind of thing, whatever it was. well, you know what happened. Obviously, he got accused of, got caught out looking off the screen, and he got kicked off the team. Okay, right. Have we got a game yet? No, we haven't got a game yet. We have not got a game yet. Come on, I'm ready now. He was famously cheated against, wasn't he? He was. Yeah, you're right, Aldo. Actually, he was famously cheated. He was famously. It was against someone who got banned as well for cheating against him. So the cheater became the cheated. Is that right? The cheated become the cheater. Something like that. Is there a specific playlist on my YouTube channel? There is a playlist. Yeah, you can go and have a look at the playlist. I mean, I could do a lot more work on my YouTube channel, to be honest. I mean, I could try to do a video a day and get loads of subscribers, but I'm kind of happy with what I do. I kind of enjoy it. I want to keep it enjoyable, I think, and I want to have a mix between educational videos where you guys can improve and also videos which are just fun. Yeah, it's going all right. It's all going all right. It's going okay. I'm doing okay. Not too bad. Thank you, Chris. All going well at the moment. So, and come on, let's get a game in. So, what we need to do in this, I mean, like basically what happens in this Title Tuesday event, the top 8 players out of like nearly 600 at start. You can see there's 555 players. Some people would have withdrawn. So after the 600 players, the top 8 players go through to a knockout, which I've never done because it's really hard, because you're playing the best blitz players in the world, and you know you have to get in the top 8. So the score out of 10 rounds, you can see it's 10 rounds. Okay, who have we got? We've got a very strong player here. What are we going to play? I'm gonna go. I got white again. Well, D4 worked quite well, didn't it? Let's go. I haven't played the Bovina English yet. I probably should do, because it scored incredibly well for me last Title Tuesday. But it's nice to have a break, and you know, today I'm just mixing up my openings a little bit. Actually, the Bovina English, which I saw. Thank you for the nice comments in the chat. This course I did for Chessable, yeah, it was a real good course. I'm going to play the English a lot more often, but I did play it last time, so I just want to, you know, it's nice to mix it up, I think, sometimes. Okay, so this is a very solid position here that we've got. Very solid, like London sort of structure here. Now, is he going to go e5? That'd be a little bit annoying if he does that. Yeah, I mean, I probably shouldn't be playing these kind of positions because It's not really a serious attempt to get an advantage, is it? But I'm just trying to think how I'm going to meet e5, and do I play e4 here? I think I do play e4, but we get an isolated pawn position. Is that, yeah, okay? It's the most aggressive way to play. So what I'm thinking with this is he can take and take here, leaving my d pawn a little bit weak, but I do get active opportunities on the light squares against this king, like a typical isolated pawn position. And also having a pawn on h6 to me doesn't seem ideal. So I'm kind of like happy the way this is going so far. If I had a queen on e2, it'd be fantastic, but I don't. Now, what is the best continuation here? Is there some capture here at a clever moment? Takes. You know, do I go for some pawn structure damage here? Or do I even just retreat and try to get the dark squares with this maneuver? Which also looks quite tempting. I'm going to go for this. It looks quite interesting. Rather than going for pawn structures, if he goes bishop b7, I might land my knight into d6. And this avoids exchanges. You know, he's given up this diagonal. And also, if I get my bishop to this diagonal, his rook's in trouble. So if he goes knight takes knight, bishop takes is very good. If he goes bishop here, I'm going to try to get my knight just simply to sit there. I'm not sure if that's good or bad, though. I could also play... I mean, okay, we might as well. I mean, there's no point changing plans now, right? Now here, giving up the pawn on d4 is not stupid, I think. Takes, takes, takes. Or is it stupid? It might be stupid. I mean, this whole plan is like intriguing, but is it right? Am I doing the right thing here? Knight here, is that right? Queen e... Okay, come on, let's concentrate a bit more. Queen e2, sensible move. Queen e2 looks okay. Knight here, I've got knight here. It's a weird position. He has played that. It's a move I was worried about. The move I was slightly concerned about. Because my knight jump's not looking so clever, is it? And this is the wrong way to go. Do I have to come back? That would be really sad. Oh, I think I'm going to have to come back, guys. Okay, well, clearly I picked a stupid plan there, yeah? But it's not that bad. I should still be equal here. Oh dear, have I just blundered into that one? Flipping heck. Have I, or can I get out of this? Well, I have to go here. There's no choice. I have to try this, right? How is this one? It's a bit unclear, I think, because he's played this well, very riskily, right? Now pawn takes or queen takes. Queen takes. Okay, queen takes is the first move that's striking me. Then bishop here. Or pawn. I don't know which one's best. I honestly don't. Pawn takes, his knight is trapped. But then after takes, he's got bishop takes g. Okay. Oh shit. 34. Oh dear. Totally forgot about my time. Thought it was a long play game for a second. Stupid me. Right. Gonna have to speed up. I've got c4 as well. I think I quite like my position actually. Jesus, can you do that? He obviously thinks he can. He obviously thinks he can, but can he? Oh, let's just take that one. Why not? A bit more critical, I feel. It's king's weak. I don't mind being a piece down. I say, then I lose the ending because I'm a piece down. If he attacks my queen, I go queen e2, attacking 2 pieces. If he moves his bishop, I take with check. He's going to have to do something. I like my position a lot, actually, I have to say. Ah. I can get my queen in. Nope. Ah, shit. Ah! That's just terrible. Yeah! oh, oh dear. He obviously forgot to he forgot to look at his clock there. He forgot to look at his clock, and well, he's probably better in the final position. But my knight is coming to f3 next, and that causes him some small problems, because if I get rid of his bishop, that's okay, and I'm maybe threatening to take on g5. So this is a very natural move to play. But of course, am I worse here? I don't know. I don't know if I'm worse. Maybe it's just like dynamically unbalanced, because his king is always going to be weaker than my king. It's always weaker than my king. I think I don't know. I mean, let's have a look what the computer says. His pawn push, which I have to admit I didn't see. I did not see this pawn push. So don't think I had it planned. But this was really risky of him, because in actual fact, his king becomes so loose on this square. So if he's not winning a piece with his pawn push, it's not the right thing to do. That's for sure. So I don't know if we've got time to have a look. I don't want to miss the next game. But we're on 4 out of 5. So we're doing okay. X twice on f2 and c4. Gwain's probably my accuracy was terrible there. So it's actually a pretty bad game. Right at the end there, you're saying? Can he take on... Oh, yeah, of course he can. Ah, of course. Yeah, good thing I missed that. You can tell that Gwain Jones in the chat, who's Verdnot, points out that here he just simply takes here, right? And then when I take here, he goes c4. It's these kind of 2-move tactics I can't see. 2-move tactics I can't. And this is of course just winning for him. That was a lucky win. Let's not deny it. It was a lucky win, but I must have thrown it away. It was an up and down game, so we'll have a look just quickly before the next game starts. It wasn't a great game, don't get me, not claiming it was. So let's have a look. So around here, this knight d6, what did I do wrong here? So I should have gone, okay, it says this is all okay. This is a good move. So it actually says I'm playing the best moves, even though I've wasted time. So it wasn't clear what I should have done there. And it now says f5 is good, but this is quite dangerous now, because it says f4 is good, but my advantage is gaining. Very peculiar. And it now, I should have just gone bishop here. That's a calm move, isn't it? Bishop there, how does that work? Bishop takes here. And now what do I do here? I play c4. This is getting far too complicated for a blitz game. Okay, let's have a look. So this position was where I realised I had no time, but he was getting confused as well. And I probably did throw it away again around here. This position, I don't know. I thought I was better, but I didn't really want to give him these 2 pawns, right? Because as soon as I give him these 2 pawns, it goes bad. So what did I do wrong? Well, this is okay. And I should probably go like bishop b1. Why didn't I go... Okay, having more time on the clock, things become a lot easier. If I go bishop b1 and queen d3, obviously that's what I should do. It's so simple. Just get the bishop out of the way and try to put the queen there. He probably has to play c4, but this move is apparently still okay. I didn't want to put my bishop... Where else do I put my queen? Because I thought if I put it on f3, f3 attacks the pawn. Oh dear. typical time scramble here. And now in this position, I should have gone knight f3 there, but he lost on time with Gwaine pointing out he has a win. Okay, we've got another very tough game now, and we got the black pieces, and I've lost to this guy before, so let's see how we can get on here with a Dutch. So let's see if we can get a bit of Dutch action going. This is what a lot of top players play. Let's have no fear of this and play in normal style. And I'll do my normal setup where I'm going to try to mate him on h2. And if you haven't seen me do this before, then where have you been? We swing the queen over, go f4 and checkmate him. So this is what we're aiming to do. Okay, you do whatever you want over there. I don't care about the queen side. He's going to have to do something on the king side. This guy's a very good player. He realizes that if he just pays no attention, he will get mated if I get these two moves in. I say that, now he's going to do it. Well, I'm just going to try to checkmate him. It's amazing how many strong players let me do this to them. It really is unbelievable. And I've had this position so many times. This is one of the reasons I play the Dutch. If you want to learn more about this, you can buy my Chessable course on it. And I'm not saying, I mean, I love these positions. Bishop here defends this square, and I could just start pushing my pawns over here. I'm not saying I'm better, because that's not necessarily true, but I love this type of attacking structure. It seems a lot of fun to play. It's very hard for him to do anything with my bishop here. So I've had this kind of thing time and time again. So do we go g5 or f4? Well, g5 looks right up my street, so I'm not going to mess around with an opportunity like that. And f4, I think I'm going to play as well. I could play g5 and then knight here, but I'm a bit concerned he will play this one. I know I give a square away if I play this move, but I want to mate him, so let's not dick about, right? Yeah, okay, you can have a square. I don't care if you have a square if I get checkmate, right? Now, the unfortunate thing here is... Maybe I shouldn't have played this way. I'm now thinking that the unfortunate thing here is I don't have a natural rook maneuver. So actually, I've probably played this a little bit too stereotyped. Actually, this is a little bit silly of me. Now, because how do I get rid of his knight? I should have played this a little bit more finesse than I've done here. So, okay, well I can come like this. It's my knight. My knight. Yeah, I mean, playing f4. That was too early. That was far too early. Playing f4. Far too early. Because how do I get rid of his knight now? You see, this is the issue. So I shouldn't have done this. Basically, I need to do something with my knight, and he's got ways to break. Do I go for the h file? He's going to try to break. Okay, well let's try this one. Yeah, we might as well keep piling up. At least my rook is a good defender, but he has this as well. So I've definitely not played this one well at all. Not happy the way I've done this. And now if I move my knight, I'm loosening a lot of my position. I want to get my knight here, but he's going to break. His problem is if I move my knight, he breaks with this one. So this position is I played this far too prematurely, which I kind of knew as soon as I played it. So which is silly. So how can we do this to get any kind of counterplay here? Problem is this bloody move here. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna do it anyway, but now is he breaking over here? Maybe he's just coming in. Yeah. If it goes here, he comes in. Don't have many options here. Oh, look at that. I have to say bravo. I missed that one. That's a very nice move. Oh, that was silly of me though. Oh, I got perfect opening and played it like an absolute... That's nice. That's nice though. That is very nice. Nice touch. Because his pawn is going to queen. And I can't get any counterplay here. I think resigning is called for in this position, because there's nothing I can do here. So that's a very nice move. I played this terrible though. It's upsetting when you play a game like this. Okay, I think it's resign soon. There's nothing I can do. We're playing a little bit because there's no reason not to. But we're a whole rook down, so kind of shabby play by me. Again, I think my problem often is getting too carried away, right? So I kind of know the moves that I should be playing, and unfortunately, I do something else. Because I knew allowing that knight in there was quite a risky idea, but I did it anyway. I mean, I'm not resigning yet because there's still some glimmer that I have some kind of break over here. I say some glimmer. It's really, really not much, is it? So we might as well just play some more moves on the board while we get over the fact that I didn't play it very well. Desperation, last punt, and it's not gonna work very well. And that was a very nice movie play, but I certainly just played this shitty move there, which was f4. F4 is normally the right idea to play, but I didn't need to play it in that position, so it's kind of like I played it because it's a normal plan, but I'm not thinking there. So that was frustrating, but well done to him for finding that nice breakthrough. And I didn't quite get my thing in. So again, that was a really bad game by me. I mean, my play today hasn't been great, but this position is just a dream Dutch position as well, because I've got all these attacking plans and he can't do anything. I don't care what the computer says, but now playing this is just too soon. I don't need to allow his knight to come here. I should first of all play with this one and try to get my knight to a better square. And yeah, he can defend, but I just don't like this f4. It says f4 is good, but it's such a bad move. So now we're gonna have to try to get 4 out of our last 4 here. That was not disappointing, I'd say, with a position such as this. Carrie Gilson's asking, didn't this guy beat you the other day? He did beat me, yeah, a couple of times ago. He did beat me a couple of times ago. But this, yeah, okay, so if I play here, this makes a lot more sense. Now, I was a little bit worried about doing this. I'm not that interested in what the computer does. I mean, could I also, another crazy idea is to get this knight out of the way so I can move my rook around. Can I even play this one? Maybe this is not so stupid, you know. Maybe this is actually a very clever move, because the one problem I had, I didn't get the pressure against there. So if I get my knight out of the way, I've got this very simple rook swinger. And that at least is a little bit scary for him. The problem is if I put my knight on h6, I don't know, I mean, he can go f3 always to stop my knight getting there. I like knight h8, just get the knight out the way and try to get my rook around, and my knight can come back in like this. This would have been a very clever move, I think. Anyway, let's have a look. So f4, and then my next move here was another bad move, because it's often a good idea to get rid of this bishop, but not when he can close it down with such a knight here. I should actually be here thinking about getting rid of this knight, and now starting to play a lot more positional. Did I beat him the other day? Caddy Gilson is saying. I don't think I beat him the other day. I think I lost to him. I'm not sure, but I can't remember everyone I played, unfortunately. Knight to h8 is a move like Nimzovich. It is a move like Nimzovich. I played that kind of idea before, actually, Chess Miler. But maybe I should be playing like this, you know, and just actually trying to get rid of this in some circumstances. Again, the computer doesn't. Okay, now knight to h6, of course. So someone mentioned knight to h6, chill chess. But now it makes a lot more sense, because of course I want my knight to get here. And if I get my knight here now, I start to create some really strong threats. So he probably has to do f3. And I can now play my knight in like this. So, okay, but you know what? All of this is very fair and good. But I think with the structure I get, the move I really like here is knight to h8, because I don't give away this square. And look how, I mean, getting my rook there is very, very dangerous. Very, very dangerous for white, right? It's certainly dangerous. Swing that rook. Okay, right. Well, we're going to have to see if we can come back into it now. We've got another very tough game. We're playing Alexandro Botnik, who's a very dangerous player. And I've got black again. We're going to stick with the French. Let's see if we can at least get a nice victory here in the French defense. The good old French. I play the classical now. I haven't played the winnerware for ages. I'm gonna have to. Okay, we're gonna try my rook sack line. We're gonna try my. Oh, he hasn't done it. He hasn't done it. Now, funnily enough, I was Killian. I don't know if you guys know Killian. Killian is a player from Ireland, and he told me about this idea of going b6 and c5. I haven't looked at it yet. But the point is, if he takes it, you take back with a pawn. So my opponent now trying to castle on the king side. Or trying to consolidate his position. So this and bishop a6 makes a lot of sense. Or take here before he gets a chance. I'm going to put the bishop on a6. In my worst piece. Let's keep it nice and positional. We don't, you know, what, like I say, the one thing I'm doing a little bit crazy is one of my biggest weaknesses is going cowboy style, but it's also one of my biggest strengths. A strength can certainly be a weakness as well. Thank you for the kind comments in the chat, guys. It's always very appreciated. So this, I mean, the problem with the French is often this bishop, right? So I'm going to try, and now, can I just take that one and take here and go check there? But then you have to go queen d2 and the queen's come off. And normally the queen's coming off is not such a bad idea. This is really very tempting. Takes. And the queen's come off. What's that ending going to be? Okay, I'm going to play this ending. We're going to go for a bit more positional approach. She's going to take him to king. Okay. All right. This knight's very bad. It's not a stupid move. I think I'm going to have to castle at some point. I'm not going to fear. And I can... Okay, this is a very interesting position. He has more space, but I can start pushing here. This knight's my problem. So if I can get this knight around, or I can try to sacrifice in the middle to blast it open, I have some sensible ideas like that. Can also just push over here, you know, bring the other knight in like this. This is also not completely stupid. So he's put his king here. F6 is so tempting now. So tempting, but I don't know if I should be opening up the position, because the more you open it up, the better his position gets. And if he takes it, I don't think I should be playing f6 here. Actually, I think I just have to continue on the queen side. So if I play f6, probably he takes it. Oh, then I had knight takes and coming in here. Ah, shit! I should have played f6. A lot of time you just got to go with your instinct. F6, of course, was better. Of course. Of course it was better. And now is it too late to play f6 or f5 even? Because that was so stupid, right? You know the move to play and you play something else. Because now this is coming, which is a little annoying. Okay, let's continue trying to get maximum on the queen side. So I missed an opportunity there to play f6. And I was worried about him taking, but then my knight would have come into this beautiful square. Probably a little bit better for me, but I can still play this, and this is the move that kind of worries me, you know, with him trying to start an attack. But I'm okay, and of course he plays the move that is he listening to me, the bastard. Now do I ignore it or do I take it? Now if I move in, his queen comes over to f4. If I take it, it seems like the safest option to do. But we don't always play safe. If he goes here, takes queen over to h6, frankly terrifies me. I'm going to have to take this one. And now, are we getting enough play on the queen side here? I'm not sure. Are we getting enough play on the queen side? That is where we've got to concentrate our forces over on that area of the board. It's very interesting positions, kind of typical French, double, like, messed up, kind of weird, trippy nonsense. Now, I think I should be moving this knight in. I think therefore I move. And now he's giving me this pawn. And I will darn well have it. No point being scared. If you're scared, play another game. Play drafts. Is he gonna like... Oh. Fuck, is what I was thinking, to be honest. Takes check. It's just, oh my god, don't make me calculate, you bastard. Oh, he's making me calculate. I hate calculating. I can't calculate that. I'm just going to go here. Oh, maybe that was... I don't know. 20 seconds. Moron. This is really interesting because I've got G6 now. He had the Greek... Actually, I mean, I think my position is good, but I've got 20 seconds and I'm slow. These guys are so quick. Okay, come on, focus now. I'll shut up and focus. Get the king to G7. You've got knight D3. King on G7, you're okay. Do not freak out. Freak out? Freak out? I like my position. I'm winning, probably. Was that a good move? I'm not sure if that was a good move. It was a move, though. I've got to do some queenside stuff here, yeah? What's he doing over there? What's he doing? Is he doing anything? I don't know. He's scaring me. Is he doing something? He probably is, but... Oh, my words. Oh, he's done something. Oh, I just... Bloody hell, I got short of time again. Oh, that bishop G8. That was a nice finish. Oh, it's ruined my dreams now. I'm going to have to try to win the rest of them to equal my score for any other time. But I was doing so well there, but I just get so short of time and not play it very well. I don't think it was a particularly great game. So here, look at this. I'm +3, but I allowed that check. I'm doing okay. It was one of those... Okay, so let's have a look. So around here, I'm all doing all right. It's about... Well, you can't see the evaluation. I'll change that. I'll change the evaluation. So let's see. Oh, come on. Why aren't you working now? That was disappointing. Another quite interesting game, but disappointing finish there. So let's have a look. Exciting games today. So, oh no, what are you doing there? I don't want that. We can get rid of that one as well. And we can get rid of that one. So bear with me. So, okay, so this seemed like just a very double-edged game. It's one of those positions you just want a little bit more time. And now after this one, I'm sure I'm just doing well. I don't believe this. Now, can I take this one? I couldn't... You know what? I'm so close to taking it, but I had like 20 seconds. And I decided not to. But the computer is saying I can take it. And now I was worried about this check. And I was thinking now, king here. Because if I come back, he goes queen to this square. And this is losing for me because of this one. So I wanted to play king g6, but I didn't have enough time to calculate. And the move, why don't I just go rook h8 here? Or something like that. This is the move I was very scared of. But maybe he's not threatening anything at all. It's just winning. It was a bluff. He bluffed me. He bluffed me. The bastard bluffed me. He bluffed me. And this is just, I can just win more material. I shouldn't have, because he's not even threatening this one, because I just take it, yeah? Oh no, I don't. Oh, okay, because the queen check. I come here. It looks so scary, but it's just working because I'm attacking these two. Ah, no. His sacrifice was rubbish. This is why I hate defending. I much prefer attacking. And if he does anything else here, he's just losing. I mean, if he moves his knight back, it's clearly just winning for me, right? I can defend and just bring my king round. Oh, no. So let's have a look at the end. I went king h8. And now he played this move. And he's just completely winning here, right? Okay, fair enough. I thought I was even maybe surviving here, but this is a nice finish he had. Nice finish. Queen to h7. So another one, yeah, another one that did get away there. What round are we in now? I don't even know what round we're in. But I certainly had my chances. I just did not take them. Story of today, really. But we can come back. We have now. What are we on? What round are we on now? How many have we got? 5, 6, 7. Three rounds left. So there's another break now. Okay, that's cool. I'm actually going to turn off one of the lights in here. 1 second, it gets very bright and hot. Oh, there we go. There we go. So, interesting game. But obviously the first rule is, if someone sacrifices against you, you should try to calculate it. And the problem I had with that one is that I looked at my clock and I saw like 20 seconds and I just panicked. And I didn't realise how strong his attack was if I didn't take it. If I realised how strong this was going to be anyway, then I would have just taken the piece, because it's better to get checkmated a piece up than to get checkmated without being a piece up. That's quite a good bit of philosophy. If your position's bad anyway and you're getting like attacked, then you might as well grab as much material as you can, because you know at least you're going to win the game if you don't get checkmated. Starmate is saying the course of David Howell is for which level? Well, it's for most levels. You can go to GingerGM, my shop, and check out all the courses and DVDs there. David Howell's course is an excellent course. I would say it's anything from it's really how he improved and became 2700. So I'd say anything from 1500 upwards. It covers loads of different things, how you should prepare, what kind of things you should do. It's a very good course. So go and check it out. Okay, let's have a look who's leading the tournament. We've got 3 games to go. There's another break now. And I'm obviously going for... I've got to try to get 3 wins to get 7 points. That would be ideal. We've got to go for 7 points. Hikaru is on 7 out of 7. He's so good, isn't he? Jimmy Billy is saying sack time. It's a bit unfortunate I had 2 blacks there, but I couldn't really complain with that last one, you know. Couldn't really complain with that last game. It wasn't that bad, was it? I mean, I had my chances. So Hikaru, you can't see the score again. I wonder why it's doing this. Because can we do that? That's better. Hikaru on 7 out of 7. You got Parman, Sergei Karyakin. We're going to try to get to 7 out of 7. We need to get 3 wins on the board now. Not going to be easy, but we can give it a go. And loads of good names. Let's see how Gwain's getting on. Where's Gwain Jones of England? There's Gwain. Gwain's doing very well. He won his last one, which I had a good chance to do as well. So hopefully the games will start soon. And we'll wait and see. How is everyone doing in the chat today? Nice to see you, Captain Bumratty. Hope you're doing all right, Jerry. I've actually got a stream schedule I meant to put up. Let me see if I can find it now, because I'm streaming the next couple of days as well. If you follow me on Twitter and stuff, you'll be able to find it. I'll just see if I've got it here. It'll take me too long to set it up now, but yeah, I'm gonna be streaming the next couple of days. So Gwain said he beat Bologan. Bologan, a very strong player. And then he lost to Matlakov. Matlakov's very good from a totally winning position. Yeah, unlucky Gwain. You're still doing okay though. Just got to win your next. Just got to win your next 3 games, right? Just got to win your next 3 games. Simple, Gwain. Simple for a guy your standard. Thank you for subscribing, Tony Screw. Very kind of you to subscribe. And people are saying probably need 3.5 out of 3. I think normally the qualification score is insane. You've got 10 games, and I think you've got to get 8.5 out of 10, which is really, really hard, yeah? Because you can't make any big mistake, right? I mean, you can lose 1 game, but then you've got to win the rest. So it's really hard. You have to be on top form for every game. And some of the guys here are just much sharper than me. I mean, had I been in sharp calculation mode, I probably would have been able to work out quite quickly that this sacrifice was not very good and just taken it. Just captured it. So that was something. Any more games going on? Let's have a look. I doubt it. No games. So they're just doing their cheating check process. So many good streamers nowadays, isn't it? It's so competitive streaming. I don't think it should be competitive. Thank you guys for watching me here. But there's so much good material and so many good guys you can watch now. It's like, where'd you go? Thank you for calling me Kenneth Williams. Are we going to get a positional grind now? Do you want me? Okay, what do you guys want to do? I don't know how to do a poll. How do we do a poll? Do you want a positional grind or do you want some more craziness? I mean, I can go for a nice English opening, put on a bit of classical music. Make Karpov proud. I like that one. Maybe we can. Okay, well, actually, it does see that most people are saying crazy. I don't know how I do a poll. I'd love to be able to do a poll now. Most people are saying Psycho. I have to play one English opening. I have to play. You've had a lot of the Killer Dutch so far. The Killer Dutch has been. It's been getting me good positions. What we're going to do, we're going to play, because I probably 3 games left. I should have 2 whites. I seem to have loads of black somehow. In the first game, I'm going to play nice and positional. We're going to go English, Botvinnik, Iron English, which probably gets me much better results. I'm going to make Karpov proud. We're going to go for a nice grind. We're going to go like weak square that my opponent's created. 20 moves to infiltrate that square with some delicate knight maneuver. We get the knight into the weak square. And then we see a weak pawn, 30 maneuvers to get to that pawn. And then another 20 maneuvers until that pawn cracks. And then I lose on time. Now we're going to try positional. We're going to go one. Okay, this is my positional game. So we're going to go with the Iron English, which I really like. It'll probably end up being really tactical and not positional whatsoever, as usually happens in nearly every one of my games. But this is my latest course that I've brought out for Chessable, and I'm very happy with the course. Me and Richard Palliser did this course, and I had this line. This is one of the main lines that Black plays, and this is the English Botvinnik setup. And now this idea is what we give in the course as the main idea. My opponent is playing the copycat variation. Oh no, he's not. Okay, and now after this. This is our main recommendation. Oh no, he hasn't gone queen here. Does that make any difference? He's got an extra tempo, but let's see. Okay, so I'm going to play here now. Maybe this does make some difference. And this is an idea of mazes. And now this one. And actually I think I won a game in the last Title Tuesday by a little pawn sack here, which I'm going to try again. And this is actually one of Richard Palliser's new and exciting ideas, this one. And the idea of this, you temporarily sack a pawn, but you're trying to win one of these pawns back later on and prove that you have a positional advantage. So it's a very interesting positional sacrifice that Richard Palliser found. And Richard Palliser checks everything very deeply with a computer. So we're gonna just give it a roll here, see how it is. It may look like a load of rubbish, but it's now I've got this one. I can come in even straight away, which is quite interesting. I've got f4. F4 is always there, so maybe I should now try to just slowly. Okay, he's got knight coming here as well. We've got queen b3, increase the pressure. So bishop. Okay, I like bishop here. Coming over here is only like a one mover, and I'm going to go queen here because the idea of this sacrifice is you just put all the pressure positionally on these pawns, and as soon as you win one of these pawns, your opponent's position cracked. It's a very interesting idea that Richard Palliser came up with, this e5. I think it's a new idea in quite a well-known position. So I've played it a couple of times and got great results with it. And if you think about Black's pieces, they're all kind of blocked in by his extra pawn. So it's a nice idea. Actually, Mikhail Smyslov in the chat, Smyslov would have loved this idea. Smyslov was a very nice positional player, and he was certainly approved of this. So, okay, so my opponent has defended this so far. But how are we going to increase some of the pressure here? He's found a good way to defend it. All credit to him. Now, f4 gives away e3. So how do we increase this position? Can we increase this position? I mean, I don't really want to lash out with some move like this. He's going to double rooks as well. Can we just go rook c1? Then he gets time to bring his other rook around. Okay, knight c6. Okay, what are we doing here, guys? What are we doing? Bishop h6. It's a weird position. Do I just double rooks? Maybe doubling rooks is actually quite sensible because I'm controlling all the squares. This rook's not doing anything, so let's just keep it in positional style. He can't. I'm thinking now, and this is the one thing that the English opening teaches you. The English opening teaches you how to look at your opponent's moves rather than your own moves. Up to this point in the tournament, I've mainly been concentrating on my plans, but in the English, you've got to look, what can my opponent move? And the more you look at the position, the more you realise that he hasn't got any way in unless he wants to sacrifice. Sacrificing is not totally stupid. And he hasn't got any obvious ways into my position. So I'm going to try to improve things as much as I can. I don't know about this. The other idea was, of course, to play f4 and try to get my rook in and start a direct attack. You see what I mean? So by playing this way, we're kind of trying to teach ourselves to look at our opponent's moves and make sure he hasn't got many moves, basically. So this is my strategy. And I think my bishop might go here with the idea of trying to get a rook into this square because of the pin. I could even try to bring my queen back around. Okay, so now he's gone to here. Is he going to sacrifice here? Am I just playing two? Okay, well, after this one, he's going to have to sack, isn't he? And you know what happens when people sacrifice against me? I get bloody scared. I don't like it. Okay, so f4, he will have to sack. Oh, come on. Don't be such a wimp. Okay, come on then. Sack. You sack. You do it. Fill your bloody boots. Right. And now let's just play some sense. Oh, I could have just taken that pawn and just proved that his whole idea is a load of rubbish. But I'm trying to now think about getting my queen around. So, okay, I can't take there now. And my main idea is to get my queen around. His knight is coming in here, which I've missed. Keep your cool in this position. Keep your cool. Well, bringing the queen around anyway is, to my eyes, the most sensible. I should be doing very well. Just got to keep my cool. And again, my pieces over here are covering his rook's entrance points. They can't come in here. His pawns are going to be very weak. And now at least he's stopped me playing queen to that square. But can I now take here? He's got rook here, which is a little bit scary. This one, not so scary. So let's just improve, first of all. Trying to create maybe counter-attacking chances. Time is going to get quite dodge. But I'm now threatening this one because f6, I can start a counter-attack with queen e6 coming in. So if, and my position, I can also maybe just take here. I don't. Oh, then he's got knight takes here. He's not. I've got lots of good defensive pieces. Okay, so he is trying to defend, and now I start my counterplay. I've got to watch out for some check here. Take here. It's okay. Now, just don't blunder here. Knight takes. Don't blunder. Don't. Oh, God. Ah! Oh, I don't like that move. Oh, man. I've played that really badly. Don't blunder, and I bloody blunder. But okay, it's still alright. Still okay. Still all okay. Time. I've got loads of time. Loads of time to put this one in the back of the net. We get increment. We get increment. Let's take the last one off. Let's take the last one off. Okay. Alright. That was positional. It was positional. I think I was alright there. I think it was alright. I think I was always okay. Might not been the best of games. Again, I don't think my play today has been fantastic, but it worked out well. The whole strategy worked out well. Whenever I play the English, I win, it seems. You know, whenever I play the Bovinic English, I do seem to win. It does seem to do a very good job for me. But it was, I mean, there's an interesting pawn sack there. So you've seen a good Positional my arse. It was kind of positional. That's about as positional as you get. And what I mean by positional is, wow, look at the accuracies. His accuracy wasn't very good. The whole point of the opening is to look at your opponent's ideas and make sure that you stop them all. And this is how good the opening was. Oh, okay, big drop there. But in general, it seemed to do very well. So look, let's have a look what the computer thinks of my pawn sack. Well, not mine, Richard Palace's. So the computer, this is the new idea in the opening. If you want to learn more of these novelties, then go and buy the English course. The English course is out there for Chessable. Yeah, the Botvinnik English for Chessable. It's 23 hours of videos. If you, I can give you a link. I'll show you quickly because obviously it helps me if you buy stuff, but it's not on sale. It's not on sale anymore, I'm afraid, guys. So you won't be able to get a bargain. But let's have a look. I'll give you a link to it anyway. It's quite a lot of money now, obviously, but you do get a proper course there. Richard Palace has done all the sort of theory work there, and we can see because this idea is one of his new ideas. It's an amazing idea. Abstraction, thank you for buying it and buy the videos. Anyone who purchases it, obviously it helps me. And that also means we're going to have a crazy game in the last game. Okay, let's go on. So we went around here. And this is, look at the advantage here. It's amazing how big the computer thinks my advantage is. And I did go here. And now what should I have done here? I should have gone, oh, Queen A4 and just try to take this one. Interesting. So this pawn sack line, really good. And now, well, my position is, he played well, I feel. But my position is improving. And he can't do anything. And yeah, that was a bad move. H4, I love playing H4 a bit too much, but this is the position where I should get my rook into E8 and start an attack. Just get the pawn there, get the rook in and attack. And it got quite interesting around here, right? Because he could have taken on G3, and I was a little bit worried about that one. But it would have, yeah, it's just very murky. This one I don't think works for him. Because I have too many pieces defending my king, right? And I seem to defend okay in this position. But maybe here, my next move is not so good. Alright, anyway, we're in another game. And we're playing an FM. This is the crazy game, right? Are we going? Okay, we're going to go E4 gambits then. We've done our nice calm game. We've got to go E4 gambits. Oh, what gambit are we going to do? D or B or A? Oh, I don't know. Which one? Let's do this one. This is like my favourite one. But it often black avoids the gambit. I could also go B4 straight away when we get this position. My opponent is obviously scared of taking the gambit here. You can't always force the gambit variation, unfortunately. And we're getting a more normal position here, I'm afraid, guys. Sorry about that. I tried. I did try. Can we do something weird like this and Queen F3? Can we? Let's try it. It looks kind of trippy, right? And Queen F3 to try and trap that rook. It looks like this is a very weird position, yeah? Pawn takes Queen F3. How does he defend his rook? Really weird. Well, this is probably a unique position already. And if he doesn't do that, I'm going Queen F3 anyway. Am I just winning? Am I winning on move 5? We'll find out, right? Okay, so what's his defense here? Queen here, I can take and go C3. I takes with the queen. Okay, but this should still be strong. So he has to take with the queen. And he finds the right move. Now, what about a check? Does that help me? I feel like it might, yeah? And if I take... Oh, man, this is complicated. Well, Patzer sees a check. I think this might help me because I might be able to take one of these guys with check. I can always swap queens with an okay position, but we're going crazy. We don't want to swap queens, yeah? If he goes here, then I take, check. Looks like fun. And this is his only move. Now, if I take here, he takes here. What is going on there? What is going on? If I check first, what is this? confusing the hell out of me here. Should be good for me somehow, right? So takes, just knight e2. Okay, let's do that. Let's get castled. Let's take that rook off the board. And let's just play the simple knight e2 and get castled, because then I've got the extra development. I'm still attacking his pieces over here. So now I can go d4. I'm going to keep coming forwards. And I've got this idea, but I've just seen he's attacking my bishop, so it might not have been a good idea, actually. Okay, but if he takes, I can move my bishop. Then I've got this is my main idea, so maybe I just move my bishop. Keep this as a threat. Okay, let's have a look. So takes, bishop f4, takes, queen takes here. I like my bishop. Let's keep my bishop. Let's keep it very secure. Is my queen in any danger? Not at the moment. This is the big threat, but he has got queen c7 and e5. Ah, that's annoying. Will he see it? That's quite a weird one to see. Queen here, bishop here, e5. Hope he's not listening to the stream. Oh, he's done it this way around. Okay, but now I've got the extra option, but he's coming out this way. Okay, he's found a good move, right? So I've just misplayed this a little bit over the last couple of moves now. What about this? Is this am I going a little bit too much here? Wouldn't be like me to go too much, would it? Let's try. Oof. Let's try this one. I should be doing well because of my better development here. If I take there, he would have gone knight c6, and he suddenly... Oh, no, we can't do that because I take on b6 check. Can't believe I missed that. That would have been much safer. But this seems okay. My idea is if he takes, I take on b8. And otherwise, I'm going to try to get my knight to some aggressive square like this. And if he goes check, I just come back and I've got rid of that pawn. And other ideas I have got now is to get a rook quickly to the d file. If I can get a rook to d1... There's going to be many tactical opportunities there. Okay, so I have to take here, right? I think so. So he can now go for this. So bishop here, check, king e2 takes, bishop, I can't resist that. He's got... Okay, I can't resist this, guys. Even if it's absolute crap, I have to play it. And the idea, I've got this move at the end. I mean, I had a much safer way to play. I could have just gone king d1. Oh, he's gone back. Boo! we try to make it interesting, and he doesn't allow us. Okay, can we... He's going to swap the queens off whatever, right? Ah, I'm going to have to play positional. Ah! Okay, well, I mean, my position is good. My position is good anyway. Okay, now let's get the rook to that square. I've got a very strong c-pawn in this ending. And I've got the activity. I've got the development. So this is a good position. Now, he could have taken my rook, but I had bishop a6. So have a look at that afterwards. It seemed like the most romantic way to play in the position. And now just this move, I'm hoping, will cause him a lot of trouble. And now I don't really want his bishop to develop this one or this one. So I'm going to try to tie him up. And this move should win material with bishop d6 coming. I mean, I could try to checkmate him as well, but I think the simple option is good here. Win the exchange like this. Just get the rook back out. Oh, okay, this one. Okay, he can go there, but my rook should be safe. It should be safe. Just swap pieces off now. Because it doesn't matter what I take with. Exchange up. Easily winning position. Which one? Doesn't matter really in this position. And just this one best. Trying to win. I guess this is the easiest way of doing it. Take that guy off the board. Or queen my c-pawn. I don't even need to win that pawn because my c-pawn is so strong. He can't break through over here, so it's, well, he can play on if he wants to, but there's not much point him playing on here, is there? Come on, man. Okay, thank you. He heard me. He heard me. Okay, that was another interesting game, right? Another interesting game. We've got one more to go. So if we win the next one, we do get to 7 points, which is a good score. 7 points is still a good score. If we get into the top 100 players, remember it started with 600 players. 7 is a good score. So the next game is like the all-important game to make it a good tournament. But let's just have a look at that one. I mean, it was a very interesting game. Yeah, there's been some. I mean, the good thing about today is, oh look, oh, guess what my accuracy is? How can it be so high? How can it be so high? I don't believe that in this game. Whoa, I'm like a fine wine. I improve with age. And look at that. I was basically crushing all the way. I was crushing from really early days, yeah. So, well, let's have a look. This opening was very good already. So what should I have done here? Well, it was better. Oh, just knight c3. Ah, the backwards knight moves. They do say the backwards knight moves are the hardest moves to play. If I had just played this one, that was really simple, but it wouldn't have been as fun, right? And then whoosh, in we go. But okay, knight takes f6 was quite normal. And now this check looked all right. I just want to show you one line which I was thinking at. And the one line I was thinking at was around about here. What happens if he goes queen a1 check? Well, I was going to play king e2. And then he can go material up. He's a rook up by taking here. But as the computer says, it's mate in 9. I did not calculate it, but instinctively it seemed like this position, because his queen can't really come back. I'm threatening checkmate in one move. Is pretty cool, right? Starmate. I'm glad the Dutch is, you're beating our Carl and Dutch. Good work, sir. But look at it, this is quite nice, yeah. And I think if he plays like e6, we take here, and this is, I got like this far, and where's the mate? So here, this one, and now we go this one, and now we go, what do we do here? This one, so our other bishop can come back, something like this. And look at this. This is the kind of rubbish which could have happened, yeah. And then we get this checkmate. Oh, that would have been nice. That would have been nice, but he didn't allow that. He went into this position, which is clearly just very good for me because I'm the exchange up. So there's one more game to go. And we're in with the game. So we're playing a strong Indian Grandmaster, and this is my chance. It'll be a Dutch. All Indian players play d4 or c4, and we've got to get one good Dutch in now. Come on, one good Dutch to get to 7 points. 7 points would be a really good score. Now, I'm going to just play e6 here. I've played other lines as well, but this is now going into a main line because I got in trouble last time when I allowed e4. If you can remember that game last week. So this position I quite like for black. We can even go for the ending because in the Dutch, when I get these two pawns, I find it very pleasant, especially when the knight's here. This is one of the main lines, but I don't really believe it's that good anymore. And the idea after this exchange is to bring the bishop back. And black I feel is even better in those positions. You go c6 and bring the bishop out. So I'm very happy with the way the opening's gone. Generally, I'm getting good positions from the Dutch. Can we win this game and get to 7 points? Come on. Okay, so he's closed it down. Now he wants to probably move his knight into this square. That's the only way to make his position look sensible, I feel. So I can just stop that, but do we have anything more? I mean, I can go here, but then I'm going to stop it. Because otherwise his knight, he has to go here positionally, of course. And now it makes sense to try and get my knight to c5. I can also combine it with maybe my queen coming towards this king. So let's bring the knight to c5. Was h6 really necessary? I don't know now. I'm kind of thinking, well, maybe that's a bit of a weakness because I weaken g6. That square later on could become weak. Okay, so we continue in this measure with a very interesting position here, which I like. Again, my pieces seem a little bit better at the moment, but he's also very solid. Probably evenish, but I'm not worse. Okay, I'm just going to centralize, play a good positional move. And his knight stops me coming in anywhere. Can I do anything about that? If I go here, is he... Okay, we're going to do this safety first move again, because I'm just going to consolidate that knight. And one of us is going to have to do something in order to win. Now, do I play knight in? Don't think so. He's kind of waiting as well. We're both playing the waiting game. Okay. Maybe this is my idea. Maybe e4. He can't go here because I take his pawn. So I'm asking him what move is he actually going to play. If you look at his moves, it doesn't seem to me he's got many moves. Okay, so he's come here. So now I can come into here. And there's some tactics going on there. Knight takes is one idea. He's given away some squares that because I've got bishop b4. Oh dear, I have to calculate. Knight takes. Oh, I'm trying to calculate this because he's got bishop h6 at the end. I think it's okay. So we're gonna. He's got bishop takes b6. Let's go for it. Let's see how this ends up. It's most interesting. So what I'm thinking, after everything's exchanged here, he's got bishop takes b6, but I've also got bishop to b4 coming. So he's just avoided those tactics. So I'm going to go here anyway. Oh shit, has he got this? Queen takes, rook f1, queen g6. Maybe. Okay, so we've pushed him away. And do I have to now move my knight? Because it's had its fun. Let's keep annoying him. Got to watch the clock. I'm not sure if I'm overextended or not in the position. That's the thing, because I could have overextended myself somewhat here. Because this move is actually very annoying. Okay, knight d6. This is where, like, this square is suddenly like... That knight's annoying. Let's get rid of that knight there. Okay. Now this way. Got to play a bit quicker. My position is really nice here. Can I go for mate? Be rude not to. Oh, fuck a duck. Can I just take that and... Oh, I can't. Is that mating him? So close. His position is really bad now. If I go here, he's got knight here. Okay. So close to mating him. Oh, let's go for it. So I'm threatening knight g3, which is going to be mating. But I don't know if I could have played that first, right? Time. The normal Dutch maneuver to play. But I'm not threatening anything as of yet. But hopefully soon something will abide. I can move my bishop here. My bishop can come in here. I can even put my bishop in here. My position is much more threatening than his. Right. You know what? We're just going to build up. And save a little bit of time on the clock. I've got my queen to the Dutch square. But he's defended all the threats. He's done well to defend. He's still playing this kind of very cagey game. But can I move my knight in? This is the one thing I'm trying to work out. Oh, I'm going to go for it. We can't... Queen takes or knight or rook takes. It's my idea, of course. Should be winning. Shit. Forgot about that move. Oh, he's coming this way. Attention! I want to push that pawn, don't I? Oh, my rook! Jesus, Simon. Watch out. How do we win this? Move! Idiot. Idiots, man. Oh, no! Oh, you... Oh, it's only a check. I thought... It's only a check. Don't worry yet. That's a big check. There's still a horrible blunder there. Horrible blunder. He comes back. Oh, man. Why do I do that? It's so stupid. What was that move? Tense, man. Tense. Oh, no. Check. Shit. Bugger. Bugger you. Bugger you with a draw. Oh. Oh. Oh, he's bloody managed to swindle me, hasn't he? How did he manage to swindle me? Ah! Oh, he did me on time. Oh, no. That was... Oh, that was a depressing finish. I was so winning there. I was so winning. So winning. I just couldn't handle the clock. Oh, that was so in the bag. That was so in the bag. Should have got to 7 points again. Oh, he was really quick. He was a lot quicker than me at the end, to be fair. But I should have really. I mean, I was sort of outplaying him most of the game, right? I mean, have a look at the bar. I know the accuracy wasn't good, but look how much I'm just winning. Okay, little mistake there. Winning. Okay, now where did I miss the easiest win? Because I was thinking I can nearly checkmate him. Okay, let's have a look. So this position should just be crushing for me. And I'm playing well. This is all good. I should have put the knight in there, but it's okay. And later on, this is all good still. And here I'm just completely winning. I could just go bishop f3. Why don't I just... It's so much easier, but sometimes when you look back and you take all the tension out of the position, this is just the easiest way to win, because you swap some pieces off. You take no risks. You just get rid of some pieces. Bishop f3 was just so simple. How did I lose this game? Rook e8. Okay, it says it's excellent, but I'm not sure. Okay, the queen's come off. This is still winning ending for me. And then later on, even around here, not around here, how did he swindle me? He came up with some amazing swindle. Like here, I'm completely winning still. I'm still winning. And then he came up with this move was dodge. Okay, but I had no time left. And he played this one. And it's still losing. Because I can go rook b2. And I didn't see it. And this one I thought was winning because I thought, yeah. But, look at this. This simple move. He had bishop d5. But I should go check here first, apparently. And I can mate him. Dear. But look at his little tricks. I thought, oh, I'm just winning here. But then he has this one. I'm like, no! And here I can take the draw just by doing this. But a draw's no good. You know, if I just keep checking him like this, his king can't escape because of my pawn. So I just go check, 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 check. But a draw is no good, you know, because of the tournament situation. So, well, I'm not. I could try and improve my speed skills, as Starmate says, but I'm too old in the tooth for that. I'm no Hikaru, and I find it actually. It depends what kind of mood you're in and what kind of zone you're in. When you're concentrating and streaming, I find it a lot harder. I'm not a multitasker, but you know, so still, I think there were some good games there. It wasn't all terrible, was it? There was some promising games there at some point. So I'm gonna now send the raid on. Thank you very much for watching. It was a lot of fun. We're gonna raid. Okay, let's raid Jabava. I don't know how Jabava got on, but we're gonna raid him. But I'm not gonna be there, so do tell Jabava that I've gone to get a drink instead. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll be back tomorrow. Go and check out my Twitter page or the GingerGM Facebook page to see when my next streams are. Thank you for joining me on this kind of fun adventure again. There's some good games there. It was a lot of fun. It wasn't perfect chess-wise, but it was a lot of fun, right? So cheers. Goodbye. I'll see you all soon.